So this morning I just finished a podcast with full displacement. It was so much fun. I've talked to Marilyn and Amanda before, but it was fun to do a podcast with them talking about different propulsion systems. So I want to make sure you guys watch that. I think it's going to come out this Wednesday or next Wednesday. I'll keep you posted on the links and stuff like that. You know I will. Anyway, today, why I want to talk about this is because I'm getting ready to go work on two Ford Lehman engines. About a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, we changed the port side. We changed all the coolers, the main cooler, the transmission cooler, and the oil cooler, and why that's so important. Why is this the best engine? Because a lot of people will, in the industry, will say, "Hey, Ford Lehmans are the best," and then we'll say, "Well, Ford Perkins are the best naturally aspirated engines." Both good engines. I've run both of them. I'll give you a little bit of advantage to both of them. The Perkins would actually gets a little bit better fuel mileage, in my opinion, than the Ford Lehmans. I ran with one guy on and they're also a little bit faster. I ran with one guy on the America's Great Loop. He had a single screw DeFever with a naturally aspirated Perkins, and I had twin. A lot of the times at the beginning of the loop, I had the 4-cylinder, the 290s. And he was definitely faster with me on that boat. When I switched to and I had the 120s, I was able to stay up with him, but he was still just a smidge bit faster, and he got better fuel economy. The Perkins do get a little bit better fuel economy. But why I think the Ford Lehman naturally aspirated motor, and it can be the 120s or the 135s, we'll go over that in just a second, and that's just timing. So in the 80s, they switched that out, and they went from the 120. On the 120s, you're going to have to change the oil in your injection pump. And I have lots of videos doing that. And then the 135, you don't have to do that on. Both the same engine, basically. Don't be scared if you look at a little bit older one and it says, I got Ford Lehman 120s. That's naturally aspirated. Ford Lehman 120s. And then the new one is 135, so they call it 135 horsepower. That boat is, that is the preferred engine if you get one. And then what makes the worst marine engine? It is a turbocharged Ford Lehman engine. It's just not a well-built engine for throwing turbocharger and asking more out of the naturally aspirated horsepower rating. Because when you ask an engine, this is a perfect example. A guy said to me one time, he goes, "Paul, imagine this. You're running at if you walk, how far can you walk?" And I'll say, well, probably unlimited. As much water as I can drink. I could probably, and food and stuff like that, I don't know. I can go a long time. And then he says, now, go at a dead sprint. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, like, from the starting line to how far can you go in a dead sprint? That's what you're asking your turbocharged engine to do. So on the Ford Lehman, it's just not a great engine. It doesn't have the valves and the cylinders and the pistons and the rods and all that stuff to ask the engine to give you that more horsepower. Also, the parts, the coolers, the after coolers and stuff like that, they don't make them anymore for those Ford Lehman engines. There's a good reason for it, because they weren't that great of a marine application engine. Now, I have been on boat. I was on a big 50-foot marine trader that had brand new serviced 275 Lehmans on each side. That damn thing, I got it up to 23 miles an hour. So, it's an engine. Is it a good engine? Is it a turbocharged engine? No, I would stay away from it. I'd probably go to the Cummins or the Yanmars or something like that. Stay away from the Ford Lehman turbocharged engines. If I was advising someone, I would tell them, if that's one of my things I'll ask them for, is Ford Lehman's, what's the horsepower? If it's the 275s, I would say I'd have to pass just because of that on that particular boat. But again, you put the 120s or the 135s, how many hours can you go with one of those? Man, I've heard just some outrageous numbers. Usually about 10,000 hours. You got to pull the heads, new head gaskets, just go through the valves and stuff like that. But a nothing job basically, and you can get 20,000 hours out of one of those, no problem at all. On a naturally aspirated Ford Lehman engine. And I think if it was run commercially, I want to hear in the comments what you guys think. If you ran a Ford Lehman, and I've heard 35,000 hours on some NAs. with light maintenance and compared. With horsepower comes, it's just like anything else. The more horsepower you want, the more speed you want, it comes with a price. But the old reliable Ford Lehman, and again, I want to hear in the comments what you guys think. Is the Ford Lehman or the Perkins the best motor? And the reason I give Ford Lehman outbeats the Perkins, customer support. We have American Diesel. We have Brian over at American Diesel, and he has a full selection of parts. He's easy to talk to, and he can answer just about any question on a Ford Lehman engine. And you don't have that kind of support with you just don't have that support with the Perkins engine. You just don't have it. So again, I want to hear in the comments, what do you guys think? Would you pick the Ford Lehman, or would you pick would you pick the Ford Lehman, or would you pick the Perkins? Which one would you pick? I want to hear in the comments. But because of parts, I want to make that crystal clear, for a parts aspect and user friendly. Like, can a layman guy with no diesel experience mumble his way through boating? Yes, he can. And he can do it with the Ford Lehmans. It's just more work with the Perkins, in my opinion. Anyway, God bless. Just a quick heads up. That's what we're doing this week. We're working on this boat, Doc's boat. I want to say it's a 40-foot... what kind of trawler is it? It's the same one that Claudia's on out there going into the BBIs right now. Anyway, God bless. Peace out. Remember, live life with no regret. I do. Thank you so much for watching. And I can't wait for you guys to see this podcast and see how it turned out. Anyway, thank you. Bye.